after this, by the way. But next, we have texturing. So texturing isn't that hard actually; it just takes a while. But in this sense, we are really in the end only gonna be using 3 different textures. So let's go ahead and create a resource pack. So let's go here and click on %app_data dot Minecraft resource packs, and let's make a new folder and call this my gun pack. Now I'm gonna go ahead and copy this MC header pack in here, my gun pack. But anyway, so we're gonna make a new .text file, and let's call this pack. And I'm gonna open this with Notepad really quickly, and we're just gonna Control C. So I'm gonna delete that now. So open your pack.txt and paste this, and I will have it in the description. And hit save. And then hit F2 while hovering over and type MC meta and hit yes. Now if we edit with Notepad++, it'll do this. So here we can change this pack format. If you're using this for 1.13, you change this to 4. But I'm gonna do this for 1.12. Let's call this a gun tutorial. APS Phantom Extremis Mark. Let's just call it. Let's call it this. So APS Phantom Extremis Mark V2 CQB. Some really long name that I don't want to ever say ever again. But new folder costs assets. In here we're gonna make a new folder Minecraft, and then a new folder textures, and then finally a new folder models. And not finally, I lied. A new folder item. Let's go back to Minecraft textures, new folder. Let's call this gun. Here we're gonna make a couple new pictures. So open your paint.net. We're gonna quickly make us a picture. But what I'm gonna do is make a new file and do 16 by 16. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this and open it in our paint program. I'm just gonna quickly color pick this so I don't have to yeah. And there, so now we have this cool red. If you're using paint.net, let's add some noise to this. Go to effects, noise, add noise. That does not look very good, so let's do that. Coverage, not so much, and go back. That's actually coverage to the max here. Intensity, kind of like that, I guess. Let's just do that. There, and this file, save as. Let's go to our %app_data Minecraft resource packs. We're gonna find our my gun pack, assets, Minecraft textures, gun, red. Now we have red. Now we need a gray. Let's go add in this gray here, or we could just color pick this again. We're gonna do that, or we could honestly just make color pick the darkest shade, I guess. FX, noise, add noise. There we go. File, save as. Let's call this gray 1. And let's get a darker tinted gray. Noise, add noise. There we go. Save as gray 2. Perfect. And finally, let's actually do just a pitch black. Save as black. There. So now let's go back into our BDcraft, and we're gonna add. First of all, delete this particle because this isn't a block. Let me go full, or I am. Now hit this plus to add a texture. Let's add 3. Get rid of this particle. So we have 3 different textures, and I believe it was actually 4, right? I'm just gonna. Yep, it was 4 actually. So add another one. Get rid of this particle. So texture, let's do the primary texture, which if we go, let's actually go to our thing here and click on our search and Control-C that and go in here, Control-V, enter. And our main color is going to be gray. So there, we textured our entire gun gray, which we don't want. So, yay. But next, we're going to have our secondary black. So let's go to texture 1. do gray 2, and then texture 2, I'm going to do red, texture 3, black. There. We have all of our textures here now. Now let's just texture. So in order to do this, we're going to click on, let's change this inner barrel here. Click on it, right click on it, textures, customize, and for all of these, change it to all texture 3. There we go, and now that will change our texture for that. Now this is going to seem very long, but it's really only a few steps. Let's change everything to this texture 1. So we click on this, hit control, click on everything that we want to change, which I'm going to change off this pretty much. Let's do that. Let's do it to this here. Let's add it to this, or actually not that. Let's just do it to this here. Add it to our little site here. There we go. Perfect, okay. Now we right click on one of them, textures, customize, and we do texture 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And there. Oh, and I forgot about these. Our extended parts. We could just do this one, Control C. There we go. So there's our first part. Now let's make all of the red parts here. This is where it's going to get some little bit of a style. So let's do that. Just trigger, if I remember, it's the selector except for that part right there. Same thing here. The inner barrel was red. Oop, I cannot. This part's red. What else is red? I think that's it. Textures customize, texture 2. There we go, that is looking epic. Let's click on these header parts here and change this to our darker shade. Not black, just gray 2. So 1. Perfect. Oh, and we cannot forget about this here. Let's change this to red 2. I knew I was missing something. So there's our scopes reticle. Now, if you copied exactly what I did, congratulations, you just made 119 elements. Which is to do elements list, I figured that out by just looking here. But we have a ton of, don't bother going to each one and going like element rename, but these are all of the options. You can hide it, show it, clone it, set its color, which you shouldn't really touch these, but transform, set position. This is like another way to move it. So if you don't have this object part here, you can just right click on this and go to transform, move. But I would try to figure out how to get your objects tab if you don't have it. Yeah. And then here, here's another thing that I never really went over, but it'll come in handy. UV mapping. Let's say I add this 2x2 here, or I'm being dumb, sorry. That's a 2x2. Let's say we add that, right? We want it to fill or have this entire red part in here. So textures, texture 2. Let me add this really quickly. As you see, it'll only do like a part of it because just like one color, but this has like a little bit of noise. So if we click on this and right click and go UV mapping, or no, sorry. If we click on this and then we go edit or object element UV mapping, let's open this up. This may look very complicated, but it's not actually. You click to drag it around. Let's make it this whole block. Then I right click and I drag it all the way down. I can hit copy and paste this in every single part. And now you'll see here that we have our little block and it actually has like noise on it, as you can see around it. So that's how you fit everything into like kind of one object. But for now, I'm just going to make this. So there. We have our gun now. Now, how do we put it in game? Well, first, before we even do that, we want to position it in our Minecraft. So we go to preview, and it'll open this nice little menu. So we have right hand, left hand, wall, GUI, floor, on your head, third person, and right hand, third person. So I would start with these. I go like that, and I do these. So for right hand, I normally do 90 or negative 90 for that. Let's move it like this. You can slide these to kind of like position it. Yeah, there. And if I hit control and I hit a mouse click, I can kind of like rotate around. But yeah, there. You can move it out a little bit. Like so. Hit export settings. Now go to the left hand and hit copy right hand. This will look kind of weird, but just do 90. And we can adjust it a little bit in there. Third person. Let's do negative 90. Now this is a little bit big in our hands, so we can actually scale this down like 0.7 I think we can do to make it look good. Let's do this. Ooh, this is kind of annoying. Okay, 1.3, 4, or 2. Negative 1, negative 0.5. 0.2, 3, 4, 5, 1. There we go. Export right, left hand, sorry. And this time it's going to be offset. A simple thing is just go 0.5, make that positive. It'll be in your left hand slot. Wall, let's do 180 so our details can show. Let's go like that and put it out a little bit. So by the way, I never mentioned this, but the way that I'm like rotating stuff is I'm hitting control and I am middle mouse clicking to rotate. I may be very late to tell you guys that, but just in case. And to move around, I'm just middle mouse clicking and I'm like dragging. So that's how I've been doing that. Export, don't forget to mark that. Head, let's make it that if you wear it on your head, we can put it like on your back kind of. That might be like a little bit of like a cool feature. 90, 90, or negative 90. Let's do that. Let's like rotate it. Export. Now remember that since this is for head, if your head is like aiming upward or like that, yeah, see here, this is actually perfect. If you're like moving your head like that, it'll like kind of like clip in because it's like attached to your head. So just keep that in mind. Alright, floor. This I would normally do negative 90. I will move this forward here. Let's go 0.6. 0.6. There we go. Export and GUI finally. 0.6, 0.6, 0.6. And now we can rotate this like so. Like that, and export. Now we have all of our parts here. We can now, for the final part of all of this, we file, export. Now here, let's go back to our File Explorer and go to Minecraft, Models, Item, and Control C that, Control V that. And here, I'm just going to type iron underscore axe and hit save or enter. And bam, he just exported it to Minecraft. So now, to get it, we're going to go Minecraft. I'm going to launch it here. And what I'm going to do is we're going to go to 1.12.2, perfect, and hit play. And this will launch it. And just so you guys know, Optifine is not needed. I just have it on, so I have it. Why is it taking so long? Okay. Alright, so whenever your Minecraft launches, we're going to find our pack. Alright, options, resource packs. Let's go full screen here. Let's find our My Gun pack. We can see that very long and painful name there. Hit done. Alright, now I hit done. Single player. Let's make a new world. Flat world. Hit create new world. Alright, game now. let's go ahead and open our inventory and grab it. So, and there it is. Our cool gun that you have modeled. As you can see, we have in this little position here. If I press F, it'll go into that position we have there. If I drop it, we have it as that cool little drop that I made it. If we put it on a wall with an item frame, it'll be like that. And put it on head. I don't have the command down, but if you find that command, it'll put it on your head. But yeah, so yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I hope it helped you. Hopefully you can take my advice and make probably better looking guns. This isn't my best, I will say, but hey, it's something. Yeah. So if you enjoyed, please leave a like. Be sure to subscribe. And we have gone for an hour and 18 minutes. I think I will split these up into parts, probably. And yeah.